Hey everybody, D here at DayLate Gaming, and today I'm going to be playing The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Uh, it's a pretty old game now, but it's a huge game. Um, it's one of the top games to come out on the PS4 so far, pretty much. Uh, I haven't played this game in a very long time. Uh, I never beat the main game. I think I got to the final quest, and I never actually beat it. I did complete I think it was Hearts of Stone DLC, and I almost completed the other DLC. I can't remember what it's called. Uh, but yeah, I haven't played the game in a very long time, and I've just been sitting here and I've been watching a couple Let's Plays. I was doing some, or I saw a few Let's Plays on it, and I was like, I just really want to get back into it and play it again. So I'm jumping back in. Uh, I completely forgot the opening screen. This part changes depending on the DLC. Uh, they all have, what was it? There was three different openings. There was the original one that came out with the game, and they're all the same. It's Geralt kneeling by a campfire, looking over his gear, prepping for a hunt. Um, but the background changes. This one's based in, was it Temeria? It's like the fantasy world, like the third DLC. It's its own world. And it's more vibrant, colorful. People have like the old, like timey speech. Like I'm just trying to think of a good comparison for it, and I can't. But based around like Cinderella and stuff like that, like it's that kind of a world, and they actually have references to all those fairy tales in this world, like Rapunzel, the Three Pigs. I think Cinderella's one, and a few others in here, in that DLC. Um, but yeah, that's actually the main castle of it. The Temerian Castle, I believe, is this not the centerpiece of the picture, but you can see it towards the center in the background. Anyways, that's enough rambling about that. Let's go ahead and get started. Press any button to continue. Is it loading up my last save? Because I do have my old save. I don't want to delete it.
I see you gather before me. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years, but a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
So I completely forgot about that little intro. Okay, here we go. Continuing new game and everything. Yeah, Blood and Wine was the other DLC. That's it. That barn, there's somebody walking around back there. I've never noticed that before. Huh. That little opening cutscene there, it makes it seem like the guy's trying to rile everybody up and lead them forward to take out things like the monsters, demons, and witchers. But what's odd is that, like, I can't recall ever any part in the game where Geralt was attacked for being a witcher. Like, I don't mean like yeah, okay, that's wrong. I don't remember the game's focus being Geralt under attack. It's, yeah, he had to face racism, and there were a few missions where he was attacked for being a witcher. I mean, you come across that in the first 15 minutes of the game, I think. But it wasn't the overall theme, and that opening scene kind of gave me the impression that was the overall theme of the game, is Geralt being under constant assault for being a witcher, and it's not. Just, and that's odd to me. But you're gonna start a new game. Oh, wait a minute, what's this? I've never started a new game with DLC. Fresh start a game with Witcher 3 with Wild Hunt with any installed expansions included. Hearts of Stone only. Main storyline quests for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt are disabled. Geralt's gear and level are suitable for the quests of the Hearts of Stone expansion. That's a neat touch. And same thing for Blood and Wine only. Blood and Wine expansion only. Play the game in New Game Plus mode, including any installed expansions. To start playing this mode, load a game save you created after completing the base game. Yeah, which I can't do because, like I said, I haven't beat the actual main game yet. But that's a nice little touch. I didn't know you could start it off just from the DLC. I like that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, fresh start with everything. I want to play on Blood and Broken Bones. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I'm not gonna play on Death March. That's way too hard. On my original save, I was doing it on Story and Sword. I tried playing on the Broken Bones, but I was having a very hard time with it. I'm hoping that maybe being more experienced at the game will help, and I'll have a better time of it. So that's what I'm going to start with, and hopefully I can beat the game on that. Well, what does it say? It says, just the story is enjoy a smooth ride through the world. You're happy to be challenged, the Story and Sword. Blood and Broken Bones, you're a seasoned, demanding gamer. In Death March, you're truly insane and loving it. Yep, so I'm a seasoned gamer, but not a good seasoned gamer. But let's give it a shot. Tutorials, yeah, on, because I haven't played this in so long. I need a refresher. Simulate Witcher 2 save. I forgot about that. The effects of the Witcher 2 game affects some of the things in the Witcher 3. See, I've never played the first or second Witcher. I tried playing the second Witcher, but It was on PC, and while I was out in Iraq, my buddy had brought it with him. And I tried to borrow it, but my laptop sucked, and I could only play like the first 2 minutes of the game, and then my laptop would crash, and I couldn't ever play it. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna turn it off. Go in blank. Are you sure you want to start a new game? Any save data associated with previous autosave slots will be lost. Yeah, that's fine. This game makes like 20 autosave slots every when you play. That was a good shot. That's an even better one. Such a badass opening.
You know I don't find that amusing.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
So, later then.
See you later.
Welcome to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This tutorial will introduce the game's core elements. Each message will be saved in the glossary, where you'll also find detailed information about world lore and gameplay mechanics. To disable tutorial messages, go to the options menu. Use your Witcher senses to find a key to the bedroom door. New entry, Yennefer of Vengerberg. Wow, minimap and objectives. The minimap in the upper right-hand corner of your display shows your current location and the surrounding area. Underneath the minimap, you find your objectives for your active quest. Yeah, I already got that. Let's see, jump, hold L2. That's right, when you're holding L2, you move slower too.
Got any clothes that aren't black or white?
Undergarments.
But that's something else I completely forgot about. There's a decent bit of nudity in this game. Well, compared to other games, compared to TV shows and stuff, probably not that much. But I don't think I can actually show any of that. So probably have to censor that stuff out. That's gonna be interesting to do. So if you're watching this and you see something weird going on, that's why.
Lilac and Gooseberries, of course.
Geralt, stop fingering my toiletries.
Toiletries? Oh, she's talking about everything over there in general. Okay. Yep, there's the key to the door. So I wonder who brought up that hot steaming water. Because there's only like, in this massive keep, there's only like 4 people that live here right now. That's a lot of water. Or did she just use magic? More than likely just magic.
Shit. Mountain Pass is beautiful as ever.
And that's the other thing about this game. This game is so damn gorgeous looking. The scenery and stuff. Especially when, like... Oh, there's Ciri. That's cool. Yeah, but the scenery in this game is just damn awesome. Especially as the sun, like there was one area, I can't remember what I was doing, where like the sun was setting and like the sky turned purple and everything, and there was a mountain in the distance. It was just so badass looking. Let's see, is there a sprint? I can't remember. Oh, sorry, that's what's your sense. Oop, that's attack.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
Hmm? What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too?
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Don't get mad at her. We spoiled her. Dialogue options. So yeah, use left stick and press X to choose an option. Yeah, why not?
Don't get mad at her.
Why the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do as she's told.
You like that about her.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
Isn't Ciri already a Witcher?
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike. You're not in this circus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Sorry's not good enough. You're gonna read Ghouls and Ghouls in its entirety, appendices included.
No, please! I'd rather clean the stables.
End of discussion. Come on, we'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Of course. This a Witcher school or an elven bathhouse?
Beat you to the bottom.
Maybe if you fall.
Ah, can't knock her off. If I was raising my kid, that's what I would do. Just like she was climbing up the ladder. I mean, not knock her off. I wouldn't like grab her and throw her on the ground.
About breathing through your mouth in rhythm with your steps. Ciri, cut it out.
Is this the right way? No, it was not. Oops. Wait. She's coming down this way. Oh, there it is. I spun too fast and I missed it. There we go. But yeah, like if it was my kid, I was just climbing up the ladder, I'd just grab her, take her off, and turn around and set her on the ground, and then just climb up the ladder.
I win.
Your legs are longer. I'll show you yet. I just need to grow a bit.
Okay, so it is hold X while sprinting. I just couldn't do it while I was inside. Although that's right. When you're inside, they limit some of your movements.
Oh no. Vesemir's got that look.
What did you expect?
Might need to turn down the camera speed. It's like a bit too jerky for me.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zeracania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
Yeah, really, you could have said you did it while he was asleep.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it appears. Wait till it stands to have maximum effect. Uncle Vesemir's words.
Well, you're a quick study. Quick, but mischievous.
Yeah.
Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Fundamentals.
Should work on the basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely a novice.
Draw your sword, Geralt!
Combat. Witchers must be prepared to fight foes of all kinds, be they plate-clad knights, ethereal wraiths, or bone-crushing giants. To match the strengths and exploit the weaknesses of different enemies, Witchers need to use a variety of weapons and combat techniques. The core tools of their trade are their swords, one steel for fighting humans and non-humans, the other silver for slaying monsters. Alright, fighting humans and non-humans, that to me doesn't make much sense. It's kind of vague and is open to interpretation. I'm guessing it just means regular creatures that we would think of, maybe a bear, dogs, wolves, things like that. And then silver's obviously for everything else. So I'm guessing that's what it means. But I mean, technically, you could say humans and non-humans. That includes the ghouls, drowners, things like that, because they're not human. But that's why I'm saying it doesn't make much sense, and it's vague. Witchers have also mastered a simple form of combat magic. These signs are not as powerful as the spells wielded by mages. They can be cast very quickly with simple one-handed gestures, making them quite useful in the heat of combat. Witchers are also adept in basic alchemy. They can brew powerful potions, blade oils, and bombs, all of which give them a keen advantage when fighting stronger or faster foes. And that was one thing I underestimated back when I first started playing, the use of or the alchemy use. Even if you don't put any points into that skill tree, alchemy is incredibly helpful. And once I got further into the game and started really looking at it, you can get like 10-20% damage bonuses against creatures and humans, or certain creatures and humans, just for applying certain oils to your blade. And then when you drink certain potions, it can give you an even bigger boost on top of that, so you're dealing massive amounts of damage. And that's without any points put into the alchemy tree. Okay, it's left to draw my sword. Vesemir, wow. Unknown level. Press R3 to select or deselect a target. When you have a target selected, all your attacks are directed toward it. You don't have to select a target during combat. Doing so can help focus on a specific opponent.
Quick cuts! 1, 2, 3! Strong strikes now. Give it all you got. Never lock your elbow when striking, young lady.
Position, Ciri. Footwork. Remember.
Alright, circles dodge. My controller's messing up.
Parry. Ciri,
Hold L2 to parry.
Sword, it's angry. Riposte! Strike!
Press L2 just
Counter-strike.
before your opponent strikes to perform a counterattack.
Maybe a storm's coming.
Come on, Vesemir.
Who's next? Now, young lady, to bring the day to a close, we'll go over a few witches' signs. Let's start with Gwen.
Oh, hold L1. Activate the Quen sign. Select the Quen sign using L. Yeah. Protective shield. What's zeroed in? Magic trap. Igni's fire. Axie is the mind. Art is the blast. Okay.
This'll be quick and
Siri, Gwen is sometimes called the witch's shield. Now watch carefully to see why.
The Quen sign protects you against damage and certain critical effects.
Cast Igni, Geralt. I want to see sparks fly. See? If not for the Quen sign, I'd be aflame by now. Hard, Geralt. Come on.
Wrong way.
Come on. See that, Siri? Hard. Time for Axie. Damn it. I hate this feeling.
Oh, wrong stick. There we go.
Axie can really muddle your mind. Erden now.
He heals for like 450 health. Excuse me.
Tomfoolery. Enough.
Just trying to realize myself a lot with the buttons.
Blazes are you doing? Who's next?
Wow, I forgot the X was the big jump. Okay.
Enough.
That was a bit early. He came after me. I just barely dodged that.
Come on, come closer.
Alright, yeah, well, that was supposed to do that a minute ago, and I was just messing around.
What the blazes are you doing?
I didn't... Oh, damn, I keep using the wrong stick.
See this, Siri?
Yeah, and Yurden, that's the one that slows.
Oh, don't worry, Siri. Quen will dampen the blow.
That's it. So that one, I went over. Oh, yeah, all right. I'm standing at the indicated spot. Hold R1, aim at the highlighted terrain, help posts, then release and throw the bomb. Flip posts. Oh, from over here. Okay. Combat tutorial is now over. If you want to continue to train with Vesemir, stop training, simply sheathe your sword. Man, excuse me.
Enough. Continue training at will.
Oh! Okay, wow. Vesemir did not care that I sheathed my sword.
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Siri, get down here.
A little she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that helmet? Siri? I'll make sure to find every last blade for you. What the? Vesemir.
Adriano did this, and you, White Wolf.
No!
It's a hell of a dream.
You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Excuse me. It's some way off, right as the sun starts to rise.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in the tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
I know we will. That's not what worries me. You've seen her tracks. She's at full gallop all the time. Breakneck speed through wild lands, devastated battlefields. She's in a hurry to get somewhere. Or fleeing something. Either way, it means trouble of some sort.
Be surprised if she wasn't in trouble. She's always poked her nose in beehives. Courtly intrigues here, mages' conspiracies there. What do you expect?
Don't know. Guess I thought once we were finally reunited, things would be calm. At least for a while.
Calm? With Yennefer? Good luck.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream.
That's why it was a nightmare.
No. The Wild Hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Wild Hunt's a bit more serious than Wraiths,
Be
though.
dawning soon. Time to go.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. How about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet. Soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
That's right. Yeah, in the second one, I saw a video about it. They had sex on top of a unicorn. Let's just say it's private.
That's private. Very private.
Aha, I understand. At least I think I do. Maybe not entirely, but perhaps that's for the best.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh, but it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
I hear it. I smell it. Ghouls.
Monsters. Life on the continent and in the Skellig Isles is nasty, brutish, and short. Waylays waste to the land, and those it spares live in fear of the countless monsters lurking outside every town and village. Monsters are shown with a silver health bar above their heads, indicating that you should fight them with your silver sword. Oh. Watch out for the horse. That was odd. Let's use Igni. Oh, that guy came out of nowhere. Shit. Fuck. Hey, watch the horse. Well, that was weird. I hit dodge backwards and dodged into him. Yeah, I was doing alright for a minute there, then I was trying to look around at the screen to see the bread and water, because that's how you do like your quick little heals. And that's when and then they started getting blindsided. Yeah, that was whew. That's the thing about playing on Broken Bones and Death March, man. It goes south quick. Just like 1 or 2 hits and your health is gone. I also wasn't blocking. That's what I forgot. But striking opponents generates adrenaline points. Certain abilities you can acquire allow you to perform special attacks that require and consume adrenaline points. Oh, excuse me. Your adrenaline points slowly decline when you are not engaged in combat.
Of course. When armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
You can regenerate vitality by eating or drinking or by meditating for at least 1 hour. Note while playing Blood and Broken Bones and Death March difficulty levels, meditation does not regenerate vitality. That's something I'm going to have to get used to. Playing on the other difficulty, you know, I could just meditate and I'd be fine. Obviously on this one, I'm going to have to manage my food and health resources a lot more than I used to. Because I could just meditate, it was actually all the food I found on the battlefield was just a source of income. I just sold it and got gold, or crowns, whatever they call them. So now I actually need them and I need to carry it all. But I think all the food has a weight, so it goes. You can't carry a crap load with you all the time. You gotta manage all of that. Press up or down to consume them and regenerate vitality. You have some food equipped on your upper consumable slot. Press up now to eat it and regenerate a portion of your vitality. You already ate a little bit, but I need more. Receive 225 experience. Let's loot these guys. Put my sword away. Triangles take all. Up over there by the horse was the rest of them. Oh no, I was standing right next to one and he didn't show up. That was weird. Oh, calm down. Oh, there it is. I see it now. Alright, yeah, let's go to options real quick. Control settings, not invert. Right stick sensitivity. Whoa, what the hell was that? Why would that be an option? 0.9399 repeating? Why is that an option? Why not just make it 0.4 or 9 or 0.94? That's so weird. Why? Does it have other ones like that? I gotta see. Yep, it does. Why? What's the base of reasoning? Yeah, 70 and 0.6899 repeating. That doesn't make sense. Let's put it at like 85 for now and see how that is. Yeah, that's a bit better. Oh, there's something on the tree there. Bandits calling themselves Temeria's soldiers are hiding in the nearby woods. They have been declared outlaws and a threat to the Emperor's subjects. Assisting or sheltering them in any way will summarily punish to the fullest extent permitted by Imperial law. On behalf of the Emperor of Nilfgaard, Captain Peter Sar Gwenlev? I don't know. I'm going to really screw up a lot of the names here. Let's eat some more bread. That didn't give me much. What? Who's he talking to? Witchers spend most of their time on the road in search of their next contract. They must trek across wide valleys, climb over high mountain peaks, and charge through thick bogs. Luckily, Geralt can always count on his horse Roach to help him in his travels. To have Roach come to you, double press L3. Hold X while moving to canter. Oh, there's Vesemir's waiting for me.
Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
No, because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No. Really upset him, too.
War's not exactly going our way.
We have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders, as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. It's what keeps us going.
So the Witchers do have a side in the war. I always forget. The war is always confusing to me. Like, it doesn't seem like we have a side. But they obviously do want a certain side to win.
We going? Help me! Help!
Has it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
Oh. You'd like a reward, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll take the reward. There's one merchant I gotta think of that if you don't take a reward for him, he offers you a huge discount later on. And I don't think it's this guy's. They're this guy, so yeah, sure.
Could always use a few crowns.
Thing is, I've a meager purse at the moment. Nilfgaardians requisitioned my goods. Now this. Here.
Back to the trail.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there?
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Ah, beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go.
A new bestiary entry has been, or has, oh wow, excuse me. There's been a new entry to the bestiary. Click that. It's under the glossary. Yep, use L to highlight the bestiary. Select it. Entries to the bestiary provide additional information about monsters, including tips and strategies and strategies for how best to fight them. Holy crap, that was hurt. That was hurting. What is wrong with me? I cannot talk at all tonight. Man. Griffins. Half eagle, half tomcat. They do kind of have like a paw on the tip of their wing. Not the tip, but on their wings. I thought their front legs were just the wings. I didn't realize. God, I'm having the worst time talking. I didn't realize they had that the wings doubled as arms. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, at these griffins. I thought these griffins didn't. I know griffins and how they look vary from person to person, but anyways, half tomcat, just like on the Lord's crest, except this one was carrying a dead cow instead of a scepter. Griffin attack weakness, name unknown. Griffins were once only found high in the mountains, where they would hunt marmots and wild goats. When humans encroached on their lands, however, griffins soon discovered a new source of much more plentiful and easier caught prey: cows, sheep, and shepherds. Though still wary of main roads and towns where folk with the means to hire a witcher are like to dwell, these half-eagle, half-wildcat creatures have gone from rarities to often encountered pests known throughout the northern realms. Especially hated are the subspecies known as the royal griffins and arch griffins. And necrophages, ghouls. Like half man, half dog. Ugh. Ghouls creep and crawl at night, eating everything in sight. In a snap, they'd eat you too. Chop you up for a ghoulish stew. Children's rhyme. Jesus, that's a fucked up rhyme. Ghouls and graveyears are hard to describe. In part, they resemble humans, yet on the whole, they are on the utter negation of all that is human. Though they have arms and legs like men, they walk on all fours like dogs or badgers. Though they have eerily familiar faces, one searches them in vain for any sign of sentiment, reason, or even a spark of consciousness. They are driven by one thing, and one thing only: an insatiable craving for human flesh. Oh damn, he wasn't too worried about this woman being dead or this other random guy. Okay, what I think's ironic is the Witchers are known for having heightened senses: hearing, smell, sight, and all that. When you use your Witcher senses and you focus, the world becomes muted. I'm like, that isn't that dulling your sense of hearing? But whatever. When on a road, hold X without steering to automatically follow its path. Your horse won't lose stamina while using this option to automatically follow a road. But one of the reasons I was asking about the war, or not asking,
close to the village. Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In the forest or the mountains, sure, but here, near the main road.
Maybe it's the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. And we should leave as soon as we learn anything.
But real quick with the war, the war is a huge part of this game, but to me, it was, when I originally played it, it was never a focus on which side I should be helping if I wanted to help a side. So it always led to certain quests having mixed results for me. Like, you can do missions that'll help one side or that'll help or hurt one side or the other. But I never really knew how to choose in those missions, so I just kind of, and like some of them, the missions didn't personally help Geralt or you as the player, so it didn't. If you didn't have a adventure or if you didn't back either side, then the mission was kind of pointless to you in the end, and you were just doing it for the reward. So in this playthrough, I'm gonna try and like, pick a side to be more conscientious about it, and that way, if I come across a situation where helping one side over the other, or yeah, pick a side, so that way when I'm doing a mission, if the mission, has an option of choosing of hurting or helping one side or the other, then I make a choice based on that. Because I already have a few biases from my previous time playing this game. I don't like either of the kings. I really don't want to choose either sides. But I mean, from Geralt's perspective, well, Geralt's already said he can't trust either of them. Radovid claims he might restore the old boundaries, so the Witchers would get their own land, or keep their own land or something. But Vesemir clearly wants that to happen, so I don't know. This is a start. I'm not going to make a decision yet. Populated areas. You're nearing a village. Don't disturb the peace. Remember, town guards and hired watchmen won't tolerate theft, and also won't look kindly on you accosting others. Local residents often erect notice boards near settlements such as villages and cities. These are marked on your map. Examine them and learn about contracts, work for witchers, and local happenings. Excuse me. And that's something else they talk about, is theft, and I've never really come across and had an issue with theft. I don't just go barging into random houses just for the hell of it and start raiding them, but like whenever I do go into a house for like a quest or something, I take just anything I want in the house. If I see something that's interesting, I take it. I mean, that's theft, and I've never had anything happen to me when I was playing it, so I don't know if maybe the game rules change in those moments, or maybe there is no theft mechanic in the game. But it's something I haven't really had to come across yet.
Run, Roach.
Lad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witch that was hunting nearby. So wham bam, they knocked his head off.
Kings do the fighting.
Except it was some drowned